Let's talk about wire transfers, what they are, why they matter, and how to send one completely stress-free. Wire transfers are one of the most secure and direct ways to send large sums of money, whether it's across town or across the world. They're commonly used for things like closing on a house, paying business vendors, or transferring funds to family or institutions overseas. Let's talk about what a wire transfer is. So a wire transfer is an electronic transfer of money from one bank to another. And unlike services like Zelle, PayPal, Venmo, a wire goes bank to bank and usually cannot be reversed once it's processed. That's part of what makes them secure, but is also why accuracy is super critical, because one number off on that account number, your money's gone forever. Now, why are wire transfers useful anyways? Speed is a huge one, a huge mention. Domestic wires usually arrive same day if sent early enough. They're super secure, so funds go directly between financial institutions. Although you want to triple check that you have the right wire instructions, I'd recommend going to get a copy of the wire instructions in person from the person that you're sending the money to, or the institution you're sending the money to. Global reach, you can send money internationally with the wire. That gets a little harder to get the in-person wire instructions, but just make sure you got the right instructions. I cannot urge this enough. You can send large sums. So wires are preferred when sending big dollar amounts just because the money's actually there, it's irreversible. Now, let's talk about how to send a wire transfer. And it's super simple. So to send a wire, you'll simply visit your bank or use the online banking system if you have that access. That's usually more of a treasury product for businesses. But here's what you usually need to provide. First, you'll need information about the receiving bank, including the bank name, the bank address, and this is important now because there is this big update called Fed Wires, so the banking address is required now. You also need that bank's routing number or identification number. Some cases you'll need the SWIFT or BIC code for international wires. This one gets a little bit more iffy, but that's more information on the banking side. Then you'll need the information about the recipient that you're sending the money to. That'll include their full name, their address, not a P.O. box, their account number, and then you also need your information like your full legal name, your address, your account number, where the funds will be withdrawn, and if you need a special reference like pay loan number, whatever. But here's a pro tip. Always check the account and routing numbers, like triple check them. Even have your banker like triple check them for you, because one typo can send your money to the wrong place and you can't get it back. So what happens after you send a wire? Once your wire is submitted, it moves through a system called Fed Wire, and this is usually more so for US banks or an international network like SWIFT. And as of July 14th, 2025, so super recent, the FedWire system transitioned to a new global messaging standard called ISO 20022. And what does this mean for you? Not much in terms of what you do, but it means faster and more reliable transactions, better fraud protection, more transparency in wire processing. And just know that your bank now needs to follow strict formatting rules. So if there's anything missing like an address or correct account format, your wire could get rejected. So if anything, the only difference here is job security for your banker. But final thoughts on wires. They're powerful tools when done right. Be precise, double check everything, triple check everything. And then after that, know they're best for high dollar, high stake transactions. And if you're ever unsure, just ask your banker to walk you through it. That's what they're there for. Y'all have a good one.